What the hell wrong with y'all? How come every single time a woman comes and they say anything in defense of men, here come these dumb hoes? Oh, she's a pick-me. She's a pick.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Jenny, and if you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So guys, do you remember a few months ago, the young woman, she was calling herself actually the throat spray girl. She had allegedly flew herself out to Atlanta to get with this younger guy that she was following on Instagram, and he DM'd her, and a whole thing happened where she was left by herself in a hotel. He came out to the story time, and everybody talked about it, right? Like, she decided to go fly herself out there. She got out there, it didn't work out. She was going to do some things, right? Because she liked men who got money and cars and all the things, all the aesthetics online. But then she came out and said he was broke. He don't got no money. That just shows us we should not go off of what people have, right? We should not just go off of that, okay? Well, Slim Kim shared another story time. This time she did not have the same action, the same results, but it's very similar, and it's an aesthetic as to how these women move, right? And that's the problem. A lot of these women are literally just chasing D and money. That's it. No matter what shape, size, color they are, they're chasing D and money. That they don't care about nothing else. Not even their kids. And they love to act like they care so much about their kids, and I don't do nothing else if it ain't for my kids. But you put yourself in dangerous situations and compromising situations all the time. So do you really care about your kids? Are you really thinking about what would happen to them if something happens to you? Right? I'm going to share this clip. So I'm going to drop the clip. We're going to come back and talk about it.
Story time, y'all. Your girl back with another story time. And no, this is not about no dope spray or none of that stupid ass shit. But yeah, I guess I didn't learn my lesson with people yet. But I think I got it now. So yeah. Story time basically on how motherfuckers ruined my 32nd birthday. Yeah. So then this nigga, I'm not gonna say what record label he with, like, but he with a big record label, got a big artist or whatever like that, so he got money, etc. Some proper shit. Y'all listen to this nigga every day. No, we're not talking about D-Lo, but D-Lo up too, but you get the point. Like, no, it's like an artist. Y'all even like his bitch, like shit. So he been DMing me since like March or whatever, and I didn't see it because it's in my hidden requests. I do go through my hidden requests like sometimes and come across stuff that people wrote me. And if you know you look good, you popping or whatever case may be, or you my type of nigga, I respond. I don't really like light-skinned niggas. He is light-skinned, so that was like a big turn up for me because they act like females, and he kind of proved my point in it after the fact of all the shit he did. But alright, cool, whatever. Let's get to the story. So yeah, he hit me up or whatever. I responded like maybe April, and I didn't feel good. Like maybe 2 days of us talking. So he sent me, if you look at on my page, he had sent me like an IV treatment nurse to my house or whatever for like $400. And that was dope because it's like, okay, most niggas, they be like, oh, you don't feel good, oh, take a nap or drink some water or let me know when you feel better or just feel better. So that was like pressure, like damn, like 2 days, you don't even know me, I barely talk to you, barely answer the phone, and you doing that. Oh, okay, clock it, I like that. So like we FaceTime and we cool or whatever like that, and talk on the phone every single day, texting, etc. So my B-day coming up, and I tell him that. So he's going to be out the country somewhere. So he's like, if I'm not out the country, then, we could go to since you want to Miami, I'll come to Miami or whatever, and I'll pay for everything, I'll do everything, etc. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's lit. So Mother's Day weekend or whatever, like, he was beasting for me to see him. He was in New York like the weekend before Mother's Day, but I had my kids, and I don't get rid of my kids for nobody. Now, if I'm free, what I do in my free time, by my hoe, whatever the kids, whatever y'all want to call me, that's different. But I ain't giving up my kids to be no nigga. I don't do that, no. So Mother's Day weekend, I was free, but I do run two businesses. So, he hit me up about me coming to Atlanta because he was no longer going to be in another city. He's going to be in for like something, like his artists or like one of the shows that he won or something like that. So it's the day before Mother's Day, and he want me to come to Atlanta. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I was burnt out from Atlanta. Like, we used to do Atlanta every New Year's, and then I went from February to March like 6 times or whatever like that. So I was like, I really don't want to go to Atlanta. So, but I kind of felt like he was kind of forcing me, because if I'm telling you, like, like, I got a business to run, like, I'm about to take my kids to Mexico, to Nickelodeon for my daughter's 5th birthday. We leave the beginning of June, like, etc. Like, I'm getting ready for my birthday. Why are you pressing me? But he felt like, since I got your birthday covered, like, I'm paying for everything when I get there, you ain't got to do nothing. So it's like, bitch, you good? Like, just come. So he gave me flight times or whatever, and y'all, this time I didn't have to book no flight. Yeah, clock it or whatever like that. So he gave me 6:30 and 8:40. So I had to pick out of them too. So 6:30 was too early, so 8:40 was the latest. So I'm like, all right, I could do 8:40 or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, well, what we doing once I get there? Atlanta don't sleep, so I didn't mind coming. Shit be open. So he's just like, oh, you need an itinerary to pull up. Why you can't just come and we can just like freelance? And I'm just like, yeah, if I'm top of my day and my money, like, I want to know what the fuck I'm doing when I get there, like, what or whatever like that. So y'all, he books the flight or whatever, but I didn't like the return flight. Now tell me if I'm wrong. He had me returning at 5:33 p.m. in Philly, and I would have probably, once I would have got to the airport, got my luggage, got my car, I probably would have got home like 7. I wouldn't have made no money on Saturday at all. I didn't like that. I'm a bitch, like, where, like, I'm a tourist. Like, if you know, tourists, we money makers. We love chasing money. Like, we don't want to miss no money. So I didn't like that my whole day was going to be taken. But I'm going to admit this. It was kind of my fault, because I said to him, I want to be going by 3. I meant to say before 3. So that was my fault. So I asked him, I'm like, is there any way that you could change the return flight or whatever, said something earlier? He's like, no, everything's connected or whatever like that. So I'm like, damn, like, I really don't want to mix money or return home late. So he was like in a meeting or whatever. So when I called him or whatever like that. So I texted him. I'm like, well, I would have to go to the airport like now, basically. Like, what you want me to do? So he's just like, oh no, it's fine. It feel too forced. We're just linking Miami. I just wanted to meet you before that so we could vibe and be comfortable with each other before we get there. And I'm just like, yo, like, I'm lit. I'm not shy. Like, why would we not be comfortable? Like, you not shy, I'm not shy. Like, what's the problem? So that was that. So we kind of talked. He felt like it was no biggie. He was going to call the company, get it credit, or get his money back or whatever like that. So we kept talking as normal. He texted me Happy Mother's Day Sunday or whatever like that. We talked a little bit. He expressed his concern about the flight shit, and then that kind of really was it. I'm thinking we still linking in Miami, because he's like, oh, we good. We're going to be in Miami, whatever. Y'all, I ain't talked to this man at all since Sunday. So I text him like Thursday, and I'm like, hey, that flight must have came in between us, because I haven't heard from you, and I just noticed that. So he never responded or whatever like that. So I'm like, he light skinned. So light skinned niggas, they be real pay baby in their feelings or whatever. Oh, and let me add this in. So he said to me Sunday, basically, like, he would never do like nothing like that to me on my birthday. Like, no matter if we didn't talk or not, like, he still was gonna come through. Excuse me, if he couldn't come or whatever, like, he would still get the shit, like, because he get the section shit for free. Like, I still get the section shit for you. You can just get your own bottle when you get there, whatever. Yeah, I'm so mad I put my birthday in this nigga's hand. So it was dumb of me. We had a Bentley truck reserved. I canceled that. He taught me into getting a Corvette and had me cancel that or whatever, because he was supposed to be coming. He had a driver in the truck. So, and we had a yacht. So we canceled all of our shit, me and my sister, to be left with nothing. When we got out here, he didn't say nothing. Still to this day, we out here, he didn't say anything. Good thing we had our own money to rebook shit. I just felt like that was kind of weird. And I just felt like, if you knew you wasn't feeling me no more over that flight or whatever occurred, then you should have just told me, like, rebook your shit, because, like, I'm not coming. Or a real nigga would have just still sent the section shit through, like, look, like, this your section, go here, pop it for your birthday, enjoy yourself, whatever. I ain't gonna be there. I don't know, maybe I'm just different. I would never do nothing to nobody like that on their birthday.
So as y'all saw, right, she told a story about how he reached out to her on Instagram. He's a big time celebrity, or she ain't named no names, which is fine. And he had been following her. She said he had been in her DMs already. She didn't see it, blah, 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 right? She had her own plans, right? Own plans. But again, if it's money involved and they think they're going to get whatever they can get, they don't care. They don't care at all. They are willing to give their bodies up because he is who he is. That just tells me that your box will jump if the man looks a certain way, has certain things. We have no standards. We have no self-respect. That's what this says. There's no standards or no self-respect. Honestly. Honestly, she said, I don't do nothing. If I got my kids, I didn't have my kids, so why not go? Why are you always chasing men? Because these are the women who will sit online and say, you're male-centered. You're such a pick-me. You're this, you're that. But these are the women who love attention. They need a man's attention. They are waiting for their DMs to go off for a man to want to fly them out somewhere. They're waiting. The crazy thing about it is these are the women who they try to do this stuff and they try to dictate, like they have any say-so over this stuff, when you really don't. You really don't. And he showed you that. You think you're going to come and tell me what you ain't going to do, or you want to leave this time and you can't come this time? I ain't doing nothing now. And you don't even know me, but you know what you think I have. And you banked on me, a stranger, to make your birthday be lit. You was going to have this. You was going to have that. He ain't do nothing. You out there with nothing. Well, you know, she's on her own dime, but you had all this. When do we learn our lesson? When do we stop, running? Because women love to say men are, they think with their private areas, but women do the same thing. Women are doing the same exact thing. That you let this man say, cancel everything, I got you. Because they love to brag about that. They love to talk about how men did this for them and men did that for them and this celebrity did. Like, they love that. But let a man that you know, that you've seen do things that's dependable, that you've seen, that you know in real life, that's really a real person that you know, that you've met, that you've been around, that you've seen show up for people. Let him tell you to get rid of everything that you're doing. Imagine that. Imagine you listening to him. Imagine you really taking his advice. Imagine you trusting him. No, why would I trust you? You don't look like you got enough money to do that. But him, he got the money. And you trust that he's going to do it for little old you. You trust and believe that he's going to just do it for you because why? He did it for somebody else? And you think that that's you on a level? At what point, again, as a mother of a daughter and sons, what are you teaching them? Why every time a man tell you to jump and come somewhere, you ready to go? That's my question. Once again, these are the women who love to act like this type of narrative is not what a true pick-me might be, right? According to their standards, a true male-centered woman might be. I'm so over that comment.
What the hell wrong with y'all? How come every single time a woman comes and they say anything in defense of men, here come these dumb hoes? Oh, she's a pick-me. She's a pick. First of all, what is a pick-me? What even is that? That's somebody like, oh, pick me. Let me tell you something, baby. You better listen to somebody who getting picked. You better listen to somebody who getting chose. Y'all sitting up here taking relationship and love advice from somebody who can't get no man, can't keep no man, and damn sure can't get the type of man that you want. That's the problem. Y'all treat men like y'all treat boys. Y'all treat men like y'all treat these niggas. Y'all ain't never had no provider man that's gonna come through, take care of shit, and make sure everything get done. Because when you get one of them, you gonna want to treat him right. You gonna want him treat him a certain way. So if that's the type of man that you want, you better listen to somebody that get those type of men and not your single auntie Shirley who talk about fuck niggas. Cause we talking about apples and oranges right now when we comparing these men. So yeah, you better be listening to somebody who get chose. Better be listening to somebody who get picked. Free game.
Like, what does it even mean? Seriously, like she said, it's like y'all pick and choose, and we got women out here doing this type of stuff just so they can be in the presence of a man who they think is somebody, that you put value into a man because of his status. Again, we don't really know what these people got going on. We don't know. And you have all people, you just went through watching social media. We see celebrities are the same way. They can lie. They can promote all this stuff on there, and that might not even be that he don't have the money. It just may mean he lied to you about what he gonna do for you. Clearly he did. Clearly he did. But again, we will act like this is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Who cares? What you're doing is completely fine. But you really don't have any true respect for your body. You're always willing to go jump somewhere because you know what you flying to go do. She's very aware of what she's going to go do. Very aware of it. Very aware of it. But don't care. Because you heard, as long as I ain't got my kids, I can go do what I want to do. A real mother is a mother through and through. She don't turn it off and turn it on because her kids are at school or her kids are with their dad. She's always a mother. She always moves like a mother. She always moves like a woman with respect and dignity. That's how mothers move. That's how women with class and respect move. God gives us chances after chances after chance to make it home safely. What if you don't? What if you would have went and something would have happened? What if he did come down there in Miami and did all the things and something like why are we so trusting and why do we let money will have us walking backwards and so just slow behind? Like, why are you walking like you don't know this person? You walking slow as a snail, like you good. How do y'all put so much trust in a stranger? That just shows how much we idolize the wrong things. These materialistic things have us messed up, y'all. It has us all messed up, and it's sad. It really is sad. But again, y'all just chasing D and money. That's it. That's all y'all chasing, and y'all proud about it. And young children are watching this stuff. Young girls are watching this. And not everybody makes it home. Too many don't make it home. I want us as women to wake up and stop letting money and bags and shoes and vacations rule us. I really do. So I'm praying we can get it together. I'm praying we can do better. I really am. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop it down below. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit that thumbs up button, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.